Is now a good time to sell a house? Hi, I'm Laura with UtahHomesLaura.com, and I get it. Selling your home is a big decision, especially when you're trying to time the market just right. The news is filled with talk of recessions, interest rate hikes, and market fluctuations. It's enough to make anyone's head spin. But let's take a deep breath. Let's step back from the headlines and let's focus on what really matters for selling your home. First, let's unpack that R word, recession. We may not be headed into a recession, but there could always be a downturn in any market. Recessions are a normal part of any economic cycle. They can impact real estate, but they don't automatically signal a bad time to sell. In fact, they can present opportunities. Lower buyer competition can give your listing more visibility. Cash buyers looking for long-term investments are less influenced by interest rate changes. And remember, people's lives don't stop during recessions. Families grow, jobs relocate, retirements happen. People pass away, life events drive many real estate decisions, regardless of the economic forecasts. Now let's talk about national versus local real estate markets. National real estate news rarely reflects reality of Utah's markets. We often see national trends, but don't be fooled and don't panic just because you saw a scary news headline. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, let's talk about you. Are you relocating for a new job? Need more space for a growing family? Are you downsizing for retirement? Or maybe you're facing financial pressures. Your individual circumstances play a huge role in deciding if now is the right time to sell. And we'll talk through all those priorities, what your timeline is and your goals. And sometimes the best time to sell is simply when it's just right for your life, regardless of market fluctuations. Selling your home is a personal journey, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Many think that because interest rates are higher than they were a couple of years ago, that if they just sit back and they wait, and rates will come down to those threes again. Well, those days are long over. We may see rates in the fives, but keep in mind as interest rates go down, more buyers come out, which means more competition. And if you have been in your home since 2019 or prior, the odds are that you're sitting on a ton of equity, and that equity could be used for your new home purchase to lower your payment or even pay cash for a downsizer home if downsizing is your objective. Now, can you imagine paying cash for a downsizer home and then having extra cash to go do other things in those retirement years? Wouldn't that be fun? The best thing to do is get with a realtor who is willing to sit down with you and strategize and plan with you. There are free resources and steps that can help you with your decision-making journey. For example, every time a home is listed, that meets your criteria, you would automatically be notified with the listing along with any price adjustments through email. Stay in the loop on what home prices are doing in the area that you want to live. A realtor can give you an estimate on what your home is worth now and what it would cost to buy a replacement property down the road. Then, help you run through all those hypotheticals and give you what your potential net would be. You'll need to know how much you will net when you sell your home and how much will the new home cost in order to give you the financial picture. So go ahead and give me a call, and I'd be happy to strategize and plan with you, regardless if you are planning on moving in the next 3 months, 6 months, or a year from now. And meanwhile, make sure you watch the next video on preparing your home to sell, showcasing it to its full potential.